Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya English. Pakistan Army, at least sections of the Pakistan Army, are with the Chinese because they stand isolated. Pakistan has been put in the Financial Action Task Force, FATF grey list. Ramiz Raja has gone on record, the previous chairman has gone on record saying that, if the Indian Prime Minister wants, he can shut down the PCB tomorrow because your money comes from India. Jai Hind friends, I'm Major Gaurav Arya and you're watching the Chanakya Dialogues English. Like this video, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Ladies and gentlemen, very peculiar news coming out of China in that China has told its netizens, people who are on the Chinese social media network, not to watch the protests in Pakistan. Now, I'm going to dissect this information for you, and there are 2-3 reasons why China has done it. So, all the hashtags which were trending, the Chinese government controlled those hashtags. Some content disappeared, it was taken off. Some people were spoken to. China, they have this culture of threatening calls at midnight. The police can come and pick you up for XYZ. So this is what happened because in China regarding the Pakistani protest, all in the interest of maintaining harmony in the Middle Kingdom, as they like to call it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what happened was, the protests after Imran Khan was arrested 9th of May, everything went south. People started storming the Corps Commander's house, the Governor's mansion, GHQ Rawalpindi, Shehbaz Sharif's house, etc., etc. So a lot of stuff happened in Pakistan. And the Chinese, naturally, being strategically very close to Pakistan, they watched all this with great interest. Now, the Chinese government stopped it. But why did the Chinese government do it? 2 reasons. First of all, the Chinese government backs the Pakistan army to the hilt in this entire scenario. And the Chinese government is not pro-Imran Khan, but anti-Imran Khan, and I'll explain briefly why. This entire thing about Imran Khan Niazi coming and asking for accountability and saying that everybody is a thief. I'm not a thief, but my country's leaders are all thieves and they need to be hanged by the neck and they need to be put in jail, they need to be imprisoned, etc. All this rhetoric came from the fact that one of the major things that, according to Imran Khan, that was wrong with Pakistan was the flagship venture of the Belt and Road Initiative. Now, Belt and Road Initiative is a series of infrastructure that, the Chinese are building all over, especially in Asia, but in other places also, Africa, etc., etc. So, the flagship venture of the Belt and Road Initiative was the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. And the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor starts in the Uyghur majority province of Xinjiang in China and goes right down to the south of Pakistan in Balochistan province in a place called Gwadar where they built a port. You know all of this. In 2018, Imran Khan becomes the Prime Minister of Pakistan. But before that, Imran Khan has been talking about how the CPAC is something that is detrimental to Pakistan's economy, Pakistan's national security. This is something that they need to get rid of. This is something that needs to stop, and this is exactly what Imran Khan does when he comes to power. I'm connecting all this with why Chinese netizens were asked not to watch the riots in Pakistan. Few reasons, one of them is this. Imran Khan becomes the PM, the first thing he does is, he says, I'm going to stop China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. And then he says, get out all the documentation, all the contracts signed with the Chinese. Get out all the deals, all the MOUs, all the agreements, all the legal papers. I want to review everything. He puts a stop. There is one very important clause in all these documents. And that important clause is that Pakistan will not discuss with a foreign country or a foreign power the terms and conditions of the loan or the investment or the return on investment that the Chinese have made in Pakistan. This is top secret stuff. You can't discuss it. Because the Chinese said we have different terms with different countries. And obviously, one country will feel bad that, you have given Pakistan better terms, or Pakistanis may feel bad that you have given that country better terms and you claim that we are your best friends, etc. So these things happen. So to avoid that and to avoid the predatory nature of these loans and these investments, if the people of Pakistan come to know, then they'll get angry and there'll be riots, etc. So, taking all these factors into account, they said that you cannot share this. Imran Khan shared it openly. He shared it with everybody, whoever came. That look, here is what we get to the Chinese, what are you offering, etc., etc. So this was Imran Khan's this thing. Another thing which Imran Khan did was, He said absolutely not. And I mentioned this yesterday also. Imran Khan said absolutely not to a TV anchor who asked, Mr. Khan, if the Americans ask you for drone bases in Pakistan, what will be your response? He says absolutely not. That was a question to which Imran Khan, answered. The fact of the matter is the Americans had never asked the Pakistanis for bases. If they wanted to ask the Pakistanis for bases, they would have asked the Chief of Army Staff. They would have asked General Qamar Javed Bajwa. They would not have asked Imran Khan because self-admittedly, Imran Khan says that, in 3.5 years as Prime Minister, it was the Army Chief who was calling the shots and I was never consulted and I was merely, there and the Army controlled everything, so this is not my fault. So don't you think that the Americans knew this? Don't you think that the Chinese knew this? Don't you think that the Indians knew it? That Imran Khan is a mere puppet and the real boss of Pakistan is General Qamar Javed Bajwa? RAW, CIA, Mossad, the Chinese intelligence, everybody is sleeping. Is that so? No. Everybody knew it. And the Americans never approached Imran Khan for a drone base. It was a question to which Imran Khan answered, and then it became a sort of an urban legend in Pakistan. It became an urban legend that, the Americans asked Imran Khan for bases. There is no proof. There is no cipher, there is no proof, there is nothing to suggest that Imran Khan was requested or Pakistan was requested for bases. Nothing, absolutely. Zero, zilch. But Imran Khan became this man who would stand up against America and would look America in the eye and stare down America. So he became some sort of a macho figure in Pakistan where such figures are respected, right? Another thing that Imran Khan did was he waved that piece of paper, that cipher so-called, and he said that America is conspiring against me and it is America who has led to the downfall of my government. Now, there are two things. One thing that Imran Khan says and the second thing that Imran Khan does. That is why Imran Khan is very dangerous. If you say that I will kill you and then you kill the person, you can understand, you expect it. Imran Khan will say I love you and then he'll stab you in the stomach or the back, wherever convenient. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why Imran Khan is so dangerous here. This is exactly why. He says something and he does the other. If somebody says, I'll kill you and then he kills you, it can be understood that this guy wanted to kill and so he killed. Imran Khan is the kind of guy who will say, I love you and then he'll stab you in the stomach or the back. And this is exactly what he did to the Americans. Or for the Americans. On the face of it, he was this giant anti-American figure in Pakistan. This giant of an anti-American figure. Absolutely not. I will not give drone bases. America is responsible for interfering in Pakistan's affairs. But on the other hand, away from all this rhetoric, Imran Khan rendered perhaps the greatest service to the Americans. Imran Khan shut down the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. Now, when things came to a head, just before 9th of May, the foreign minister of China came to Pakistan. He stayed for, I think, 2 or 3 days or something like that. Why did he come? What was the need for the Chinese minister to come? Did he sign any contracts? Did he sign any MOUs? Was there any news of large-scale investment? No. He came there to essentially meet the Pakistan army and tell them that we stand behind you. And within 48 hours of his departure, Imran Khan is arrested and riots break out. Now, I hope you've got the brief background of what I was trying to build up to and give you an explanation for. So Imran Khan is arrested, and once Imran Khan is arrested, what happens is something very, very simple. Riots break out. Because Imran Khan wanted the riots to break out. The Pakistan army, at least sections of the Pakistan army, are with the Chinese. Because they stand isolated. Pakistan has been put in the Financial Action Task Force, FATF grey list. And there were some kind of sanctions on Pakistan. Pakistan's economy took a beating, not that they had much of an economy to talk about, but it sort of took a beating. So, what the Chinese did was very simple. When the Chinese foreign minister, Wang Yi, I think his name is, when he went to Pakistan, he told the Pakistan army that, listen, we are with you. And then he went away. Imran Khan is arrested. Riots break out. Chinese citizens are told not to watch the riots for 2 reasons. Number one, the Chinese government, you see, the CCP and the PLA, the People's Liberation Army, they stand solidly behind the Pakistan army. Because the Pakistan army is going to help them in Afghanistan. The Pakistan army is going to help them find a way all over to Iran. Now, the Chinese, geographically speaking, don't need Pakistan to go to Afghanistan. There is something called the Wakhan Corridor. And the Wakhan Corridor is a piece of land. To the north, you have Tajikistan. To the south, you have Gilgit-Baltistan and POK, which is illegally occupied by Pakistan, under Pakistani control, but illegally occupied. On the east, you have China. On the west, you have Afghanistan. So China can merrily go through the Wakhan Corridor, 350 kilometers, and land up in Afghanistan. But who guarantees security for the Chinese? The Chinese are making inroads into Afghanistan. That much is true. So who guarantees their security? It is the Pakistan army. Because this is the only army in that geography which is a mercenary army. Give them money and they will do handstands for you. You know, you can give money and make the Pakistan army front roll and back roll. Yeah. It's that simple. All you have to do is throw dollars on the ground. And the Chinese are willing to do that. So they don't want to upset the Pakistan army, and they are very close to the Pakistan army. The Chinese army did not want its own netizens to see the Pakistan army being degraded. That was number one. Number two, what they actually wanted was, that our citizens should not get any ideas. China is a great power. China is an economic power. And who has made China an economic power? The people of China have made economic power. They have made China a economic superpower, an economic miracle. It is the Chinese people. And the Chinese people know that. What if the Chinese people get ideas? They see Pakistanis burning down their prime minister's house because they don't like him. I'm sure there are millions of Chinese who don't like Xi Jinping. What if the Chinese tomorrow go and burn down Xi Jinping's house? And this is not new in China, by the way. All those of you who say that, no, this can never be done in China, and I know I've been to China 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. It has happened in Hong Kong, which is Chinese controlled, right? It has autonomy. It has its own currency, Hong Kong. It has its own passport, Hong Kong. It has its own immigration, Hong Kong. But it is Chinese controlled. For several years, we saw riots in Hong Kong, several years against Chinese authority. Tiananmen Square was an example where the Chinese people stood up against the PLA and the CCP and said nothing doing. There have been various democracy movements from within China. And the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, is very scared of all these movements, very scared. So anything that gives you a vague hint of free thought, of revolt, of revolution, they shut it down. So that's why they shut it down. This is pertinent news, and I'd like you to go to Google and search for it and actually read for yourself. It's very, very important. This is why I spent so much of time explaining this entire background and context. Now, again, Najam Sethi, once more, Najam Sethi is the chairman of the Pakistan Cricket Board, and Sethi Saab once again says that if India does not come to play the Asia Cup, Pakistan will not go and play the World Cup in India this year. I don't know what the fuss is about. I honestly don't have any idea what the fuss is about. India has made its stance clear. We are not going to Pakistan. That's it. There are no press conferences happening in India. Jai Shah had made it very plain, that the Asian Cup, we are not going to play in Pakistan. India will not go to Pakistan. And that was one statement given, that's it. Every day there are press conferences in Pakistan saying that if you don't come, we'll not come. If you don't come, oh Baba, we are not coming. We've told you. On your face, we've told you we are not coming. It should be clear to you. And you tell us that you will not come to India, and we'll accept that. We'll have to accept it. Pakistan is a sovereign country. India is a sovereign country. If Indians don't want to go to Pakistan, it should be fine with Pakistan. And if Pakistanis don't want to come to India, it should be fine with the Indians. That's it. This is democracy. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Yeah? Nobody's breaking the law. I mean, apart from the fact that Pakistanis support terror, and many of the Pakistanis think of Osama bin Laden as a national hero, right? Keeping that aside for a while, just imagine, just think about it for a second. Their country, every single day there are terrorist attacks in their country. Every single day. There are riots in that country. Nobody knows who's going to form the government tomorrow. People are climbing all over the Supreme Court. Somebody's threatening judges. Somebody's threatening the army chief. Somebody's stealing korma from the refrigerator of the corps commander. The corps commander's pants were stolen. Can you imagine? A nation's corps commander. Now, corps commander is a big shot. Any country. A corps commander's trousers were stolen from his house. They were hoisted on a stick and paraded through town that these are the corps commander's pants. I want to ask the Pakistanis, if you cannot protect your corps commander's trousers, how are you going to protect the entire cricket team who comes there? Yeah? The entire Indian cricket team will be there. And you never know. You never know with the Pakistanis. Somebody might take a van full of explosives and say that, I want to go up. And I'll take these guys with me. What happened? These are our national assets. We cannot put them in harm's way. All this apart from the fact that we don't want to play with you because you promote terror, you finance terror, and you are terrorists. Apart from that, this. And then ICC declared, profit sharing, and again, Pakistani Cricket Board had a problem, PCB. Mr. Najam Sethi had a problem. That please share with us how this figure was arrived at. Oh, Baba, you're getting money, that should be the end of it. Ramiz Raja has gone on record, the previous chairman has gone on record saying that, if the Indian Prime Minister wants, he can shut down the PCB tomorrow because your money comes from India. When you're standing, in America, you have these homeless people who stand in line for sandwiches and a bowl of soup. I'm not making fun of any homeless person. I would not do that. But you normally don't ask for a menu there. I'm sure there are 2-3 items there, but you don't say that, no, I don't like this, I want this, please make this, chef. You don't do that. You take what is on order, or you take what is being offered there. Pakistanis, the biggest problem with Pakistanis is they've got an outsized sense of importance. They have this thing about themselves that, we are so important, that all our whims and fancies need to be catered to in this world. Because we are the chosen people for some reason. That's not true. So ladies and gentlemen, with this, I come to the end of this video. If you like this video, please press like. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata ki Jai.